Yeah, so this is just going to be a raw video. Raw video meaning I'm not going to, throw it into an editor, render the video, and move on. So therefore, there will also not be an end screen, but I mean, if it's mainly gameplay, it's not like I usually do heavy editing anyway, unless absolutely necessary. But I just wanted to do one extra run, which is why, again, I'm not going to grace the video with, other edits other than what I have here. We will get into a Katak run. Boy, will this be bad as I get into Katak, Fatalist character, exclusive custom character. And in particular, I wanted to play this character, so yeah, let's find out what we can do. Second, Charisma, Dexterity, Takshisan, and maybe Knowledge. And then after this, maybe an Event of the Day video will come out, but I'm really pushing it here because I just got finished trying to do some work. I want the hardware shop, actually. But since we are on Katak, let's focus up a bit, because I also want to do a character event and just see if... I mean, I know it's working, but I just want to try and do some completionist stuff in terms of just doing the character events and surviving. That being said, yeah, I'm angry too. When I look at this Fatalist board, I completely forgot. We can skip a custom mystery, but during the stream, if you didn't see it, basically, the leftmost custom mystery is going to be the one that replaces the base mystery. So even though I know this is footage, I think, yeah, and I think this is Flood. That means whatever mystery this mystery is not going to be replaced. So I'm just going to guess and hope for the best. So yeah, nothing else to say as we move forward here, but if you didn't watch the stream, I'll go over some basic points. Yeah, 10 strength is pretty good. That's all I really need to look at. If a stat were at like 2 or 3 on Harbinger, then I would worry a bit more if I were on Zictast, but that's not the case either. So what we're really looking at is the fact that we start with Grow Teeth, and we have Blood Frenzy, which can help out at times, but oftentimes it doesn't. With Grow Teeth, it's a bit more interesting, because then you have the opportunity to do 3 bites for 4 damage, so 12 damage a turn isn't anything to scoff at. But at the same time, you do have to cast Grow Teeth every mystery, because it only lasts for 1 mystery. That being said, if I plan on fighting a lot, like in Bathroom, then perhaps I want to use it, but we'll see. That being said, other than, the perks or the bonuses that this character starts out with, 10 strength is also good, not just for bracing, but for, strength checks in general, which normally can get you some stamina healing. At least a few of them do, but yeah, bracing feels pretty good as well. That being said, I personally normally don't like casting Grow Teeth, because if you have to cast it every mystery, again, the concept behind doing... let me look at my threat levels really quickly. Village, blah, blah. I guess we'll do Mansion. Yeah, but the theory behind, or concept behind using the Grow Teeth spell is that the 2 stamina you spend here should get you out of battles at least 1 turn quicker. But if we have Blood Frenzy, I mean, Blood Frenzy is Blood Frenzy. It ultimately adds 1 damage to your encounter if you're not one-shotting it. Maybe more than that if you're getting hit more than that, but you get the point. And then on top of having Grow Teeth, together that might allow you to one-tap a few enemies, but most enemies have like 14, 15 minimum HP. There are only really a few that have like 10, 12 HP to start. And as the HP scales per mystery, 1, 2, and then 2 HP, then yeah, you really need to think about whether or not casting 2 stamina is worth it. And then obviously, if you don't run into any encounters and you cast Grow Teeth, then you've just lost 2 stamina for pretty much no reason. That being said, a pack of cigarettes would be nice, but we'll have to see, because I would probably throw away the branch and the bandage, but we'll see, as I said. Thankfully in Bathhouse, as you're about to... If you didn't watch the stream, I'm going to try to make it as painless as possible to show you how Bathhouse functions effectively. But as we get Timeline A Scissors, leveling up would also be nice, because I think this character also has a similar perk pack compared to the other characters that the creator of this character has made. In that they both have... or I think, if not all 3, then at least 2 of the 3 that are related to each other in this fashion have Predestined and Unrelenting as perks available on Level Up. One of them it makes more sense because you have Mind Drain, but the other one also helps out if you have Predestined, but as I just said, you want to cast Grow Teeth. I had to snap my fingers because I forgot. That being said, we can go into Flood now. Again, Fatalist, if you recognize mystery icons, you can guess 2 out of the 5, but otherwise you are just essentially going in blind. That being said, we do have the opportunity to rest in Bathhouse, but again, that will depend on what I can do. Blood Frenzy is less worrisome if I got my strength to, I think it's 11, or is it 12? Again, this specific combination of Blood Frenzy, Grow Teeth, I've thought of it as well, or thought of combinations where you increase damage, but you have an innate cost, and there are 2 bonuses that work together in that way, but again, it's, to me, I normally don't. It might be a good idea. I almost stepped closer, by the way. It might be a good idea, but I normally don't. Now, while we're here, I guess we're going to visit the forest and see if we can grab a damage researcher. Because Flood is a very specific mystery for maybe casting Grow Teeth. Because you always, I think it's always 80%. Well, now it's 70%, but you get what the point I was trying to make. It's similar to Kick. I think that the accuracy is the same, but I guess we're going to find out right now, right? So we'll level up. If we can get Unrelenting, that would be nice. Otherwise, we can get nothing. And then we'll move on. I will increase strength here still, but we get to rest at least twice. And if nothing else, we're here to heal stamina, but let's find out what we can do. So, I have a shovel right now, not the best weapon, but assuming I want to guarantee my turns, I can get 11 damage through that. Or, as I said, Bite essentially works the same as Kick. It does do 1 more damage, so that's the benefit to spending the 2 stamina. And again, since we're mainly losing reason here, it seems a bit better to do this. But we have Panic right now, so there's also a trade-off there. That on top of 3 reason damage, so we actually want to brace. But I still can get 2 bites, because, boy, it helps. And being able to at least boost one of these helps out as well, but having 10 strength allows you to definitely fit, usually, 2 kicks, or bites in this case. So we're going to go for it because it's the best odds we have. And yeah, bite apparently only... Yeah, I think I've mentioned this a long time ago, now that I'm seeing it happen. So if you didn't notice, I'm only hitting enemy A here. So yeah, there is an innate problem with this. But it's not the worst problem in the world, so let's actually start swinging for the fences. We're gonna be taking... We might take like 6 reason damage, that's perfectly fine. Because we do need to get rid of this second enemy. And at this point, now we want to know if we can guarantee this. And we can, so... For the moment, Blood Frenzy helps out, but as we get into Bathhouse here, because I don't want to wait any longer, let's actually get rid of Blood Frenzy. And we should be able to safely stick to the shovel, oddly enough. Again, the main reason for... Well, if I didn't mention it, the main reason for this is because in Blood Frenzy, 1, you're fighting a high HP encounter, and 2, while Etsuko grants you 2 damage, and that's good for Kick or Bite, you don't want to be in a tanky encounter with Blood Frenzy against you. That's adding at least 2 to 3 turns of damage, assuming you're somewhat prepared. But if you're a character that, you know, experiences a bit more trouble with encounters, then yeah, you want to, you know, you're going to be taking more damage. So, and we're going to treat this real respectful-like. Well, we won't try to disrespect this mystery, because the main ways to do that would be to lose Etsuko and then give yourself burns, which would not be smart. You can get out of this, if you have Etsuko, you can get out of this mystery. You spend some Doom, but it's better than losing like 6 to 8 all off the bat, so we'll instead investigate the toilets, and we thankfully only lose 1 stamina when failing that, as opposed to taking burns, which makes you lose, well, still 1 stamina, but all things considered, so at base this boss, sorry, has 44 HP and does -2 all damage. If I had Blood Frenzy, it'd be doing 3, which I could brace for, but... And I forgot to use the cigarettes, by the way, so I actually definitely forgot about that. But if the Kendo Helmet procs once, we're definitely okay. If it doesn't, we're losing 6 all damage, because, yeah, I forgot to smoke the cigarettes, so... Yep, if we can't do prep attack, we're just gonna brace here to guarantee this. And yeah, even though I said we could do better, we ended up not doing as better as we could. You can definitely get out of this encounter in 3 turns, which means you only take about 4 all damage, but I made a mistake. Also, the Kendo Helmet prevented me from doing Desperate Prep Struggle, but I didn't need it anyway. So to recap, yes, Bathhouse is a boss mystery. It can be worse than Metamorphosis, mainly because it has 40 plus HP. But after that, if you have Etsuko, it's less of an issue. If you don't have Etsuko, yeah, you're taking extra damage. That 2 damage adds up over time, and in a long encounter like that, because it has so much HP, Etsuko pays herself off. Now, to flip it around, it's a good thing that we still have the cigarettes, because at least we know we'll have for Akamanto. We were probably going to have it anyway, but we can possibly keep the Nicotine Rush buff till the end of this run. That being said, I should have police stationed into the school now that we're visiting it at least twice, but it's fine still. So, with Bathhouse as a whole, I did want to go over this, which I do have kind of notes sitting at the side just to make sure I go over this. Again, this is more for people who did not see the stream that was out earlier, at least at the time of this video's day. But Bathhouse does add an extra forced boss encounter, and the main question is whether you want to fight, whether you want it an easier boss fight or a harder boss fight. Really, that's the only thing, because ending A required, I think ending A, right? It requires you to have Etsuko with you, and if not, either way, you're making it harder on yourself by losing Etsuko. By the way, we have Katak, so pain, but if we can do some cool stuff, we should be okay. Now, we do need to hit both of these kicks, which means I should have done 90-90, but perfectly fine. No, we're not fine. We're actually going to throw the Kendo Helmet here. And then hope we roll well here. Good. That being said, I think I want to rest once here. I know we don't have great baths, but that being said, yeah, I kind of messed up a bit. I shouldn't have rested. I would have well, let's see if we take stamina damage here. If we took stamina damage here, we could still die. Or we could just run into Time Warper, and I kind of regret saying that I wanted to run into something, but we'll make do with what we've got. We should be able to Desperate Prep Strong now, with the power of the Nicotine Rush buff. And we perfectly can, but we're also going to take a boatload of damage here due to Akamanto things, unless I heal. And we do have Hard Knocks, so yeah, it does benefit me to level up immediately here. That being said, Akamanto now has 30 HP, but we should be able to reliably get out. I think I can even do this, because we do 19 HP now. Which means that as long as I don't mess up the handcuffs like that, I should be perfectly fine. And working with the shovel here, again, since I have 12-13 strength, I personally like this build for the moment, because this character also has Hard Knock. I think, yeah, Lone Wolf, so Hard Knock on your own, but mainly Hard Knock for me anyway. Which means I can grab packs of cigarettes and keep my damage high, while also being fast, so, hey. That being said, 7 dexterity, okay, fine. We happened to pass that 1 out of the 5-6 times I actually decide to roll on that, and we're gonna do this to get another pack of cigarettes. Just in case Takshi-san is sitting somewhere, a brick would have been nice, but we'll deal. And if we can make it to the lighthouse, we should be okay. And if I still die to Doom, then I've made mistakes in terms of remembering my second encounter, but it's not the biggest worry I have. We also still have the Crestfallen Mask. That's not really free because bugs, but would have been nice. Would have been nice. We'll equip the Crestfallen Mask. Or get a crash. Alright, well, I had like an 89% chance of surviving this run anyway, but it's a shame that it had to end this way, so I literally pulled this character off the workshop, and apparently I never equipped the Crestfallen Mask. That being said, if you watch the stream, I died a lot because of human error, but just to show you, yeah, I ran into a crash, and I assume it's because the Crestfallen Mask, there's trouble loading the Crestfallen Mask, whether it's because of, can I get this on, by the way? Whether it's because of the image not being there or something, or maybe it's being linked wrong. At least I can show this much. So, without further ado, I guess this is how this video is going to end. I am unable to show the full extent of this error because I am failing to pull it on screen, but I want to do that at least that much just to show you kind of proof. And yeah, here you go. Here's the error on screen. So yeah, without further ado, thank you for watching. I mean, you can take a guess whether or not I would have survived this run, but I feel confident I would have survived. But maybe you're thinking differently because, like Jordan, you could just fail every single event and then you'd be in trouble, and I'd be like, yeah, you're right. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you want to support me, you know what to do. Otherwise, yeah, do whatever you want to do. I hope you have a safe rest of the day or morning, depending on where you live, and I'll see you later. Bye.